Liftoff and the clock has started.
Goal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with me, Richard Vobes. Very nice to see you on the 23rd of June 2021. It's 8 o'clock where I am. It may be a different time where you are, but who knows? We're all together now. We're all together now. Isn't that nice? I think I could make that into a song. We're all together now. We're all... Maybe I better not make it into a song. Ladies and gentlemen, have a look on the screen and see if you notice anything different. What is there? What is it? Is it the what do you call those neon signs? Neon signs. Is it the neon sign? No, it's not those. Is it, have I got different shoes on than normal? Wait, you can't normally see those? No, not really. They're leftover ones from the lovely Billy. Must be something. There's something new in, is it a new set of bubbles from the lovely Julia? No, it's definitely not that. I wonder if people noticed. I wonder if they care. Who could tell? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's right in front of your bloody face. It is, of course, a new hatch into the roof to get to Eric. Only he's out sunning himself on the top by the chimney, so I can't get to him. No, it's microphones. Yes, microphones. Ha! Da-da-da-da-da-da. We got one over here, ladies and gentlemen, and... there's one over here as well. And hopefully, oh, that's a bit louder than the other one. Hang on, I need to adjust that one. Yeah, 2 microphones, brand new for the studio. First time I've used them. So the big question is, can you hear me at the back, Mother? Can you hear me, Mother? Can you hear me? Can you hear me at the back? Is it coming through nice and what? Hang on, Clyde Waterfall. I've just noticed that. I think they're just painted Pringle tins. Well, they work very well. They better work better than the other one. Yeah, new microphones. These are. I'll tell you what they are. Hang on a moment. Hang on. Gonna go over here. Grab this. These are the Podcast Pro from Sontronics. Sontronics. Kept the boxes because they look rather jolly. I saw them, they came up on something, I don't know what, and then I saw a radio station was using them, and I thought, well, if a radio station is using them, they must be all right. And they're not bad in terms of cost. They're, a bit more than your cheapy ones, but they're not your 300 and something very professional ones. So they're mid-range microphones. They do this podcast perfectly. This show, this live show, marvellously. And they're dynamic, they're not condenser microphones, so you don't need any of all of that phantom power with these. You just need, a reasonable desk to shove them through. And they look lovely, don't they? So, of course, when I saw the colours, I realised we've got to get some. A nice purple one for the lovely Julia, and a complementary colour, blue for me. So that's it. Now, the problem is, I probably need to get another one, a third one, from the other side of the studio. So that's going to break the balance. And then I thought, I know what we need. When the phone calls come in, we'll have to find identical headphones. It would look so much better, especially if they were colour coordinated as well. I don't know if anybody does headphones, but we're not made of money here, I've just blown the bank. This show doesn't earn any money at all, unless you happen to be very kind and donate. But this is the sort of thing we do try and put the money into, put it into the gear so the show looks a bit more sparkly. Let me just shove this back whilst I remind you that you're listening to The Vobes Show. There we go. I need to make another one of those because it didn't have the new microphones in. But anyway, never mind all that nonsense. So there we go. Are you going to use your old mic elsewhere in the studio, says Ron Langley. That's a good question. They are very good microphones, actually. I've had them for years. I think one was about £300, the other one was about £270, and that was years ago. They are pucker professional studio microphones, great for recording voiceovers and that sort of thing. I will keep them, not quite sure where I will use them, probably not so much in the live show. I think I may get another one of these if I can squeeze a bit more money out of the budget and have that over there. It'll just look nicer. And on that front, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say, actually, I want to invest in the show a bit more, especially as we head towards the autumn. And looks like, we're not going to get much chance to get out and about these days because the way the governments are sort of threatening never to give our livelihoods away, unless, of course, unless every single ant in the country has been vaccinated. Curiously, just throwing this away, not going to dwell on this, so don't panic, but curiously, I was just watching something just now, and they said that apparently 1/10 of the NHS workers have refused the vaccine. Interesting. They've had plenty of time to have one, but they've actually refused it. 10% of the workforce. And they were all saying, well, this is outrageous. They ought to get it. If everybody else should have it, everybody should have it. Surely, that's fair. But I thought, I wonder, 10%. Maybe they know something that we don't know. After all, they've seen what can happen with the virus. They would have had the facts that they could get hold of. Maybe there's something they know better than the rest of us and what we're told. But I'm going to leave that there. I'll leave that there. Perhaps talk about that in The Naked Englishman, where I can talk a little bit more freely about those things. Anyway, new microphones, all very exciting. So Mike Stevens, yes, absolutely. Totally agree with you. Can't repeat what he says, but you can read it for yourself. Quite right. Are you going to... I've read that. Cobbler's Clunch and Crikey Don't they look swish, says Holly and Co. Thank you very much. They certainly do. Can't wait for the Monday show when the lovely Julia comes in here and sees the microphones. When I say sees, I don't mean sees by hand. I don't mean that kind of sees. I mean with optical illusion and going, whoo, because I'm sure she'll love the colour. And they are made of metal. They're not plastic. They're very nice. Anyway, enough of that. On tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show we have videos from Alan Sandell. TurboStream has some very lovely photos for a quiz. Andrew Norris is swimming with Zorro. Bernie is looking at Bodium or Bodgum in the fog. And Sean has a summer solstice video for us. Bonnie also has provided us with a flower quiz. Now, I noticed that we didn't get round to the flower quiz. I must have got hundreds of flower quizzes from the lovely Bonnie that I haven't shown you, but we will try and get to those as much as we can. So that would be good. Now, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are also going to be playing, stand by your beds for this, Show Us Your Knockers. Yes. Show us your knockers. So here's the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the challenge. We want you... Oh, hang on. We don't want that. We want you to go out in front of your front door and with your phone, take a picture of your knocker. Just take a picture of your knockers. And if you've got a pair, then that's lovely. Send in a picture to me, Richard, at Vobes.com. Very easy to remember. I don't need a graphic to put that on the screen. You know the number. Show us your knockers. We want to see who's got the best knockers on tonight's show. So let's see who it is. Show us your knocker. By the way, that picture there, that is my knocker. That is my knocker. That's my knocker on my front door. If you don't have a knocker, what can you do? Well, we want to look at knockers, but you can show us your bell. Show us your bell end if you can't show us your knockers. That would be perfectly permissible. So I thought we'd just try and have a bit more interaction on the show going forward, horrible phrase, in the future. More interaction, more stuff whilst we're live. So send it to me, Richard at Vobes.com, and show us your knockers, okay? It's very easy. At some point, I will make a special little jazzy jingle thing for that. But we're playing Show Us Your Knockers tonight. All good fun must come to an end. And if I could work out how to get rid of that screen over there. Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it. Get rid of that. Marvellous. 92 of you watching. 22 like the show. Very kind of you to like the show. Knockerless Knockleby says, David Evad, if you haven't got knockers, show us your bell end. That would be fine. Same here, Mike, says Elaine. No, nor a bell end, neither, says Turbo. Well, if you haven't got any of them, you can't participate. But never mind, we will be doing another item of basic household something or other in another show. So, be prepared to do that. You could, of course, go and take a sneaky picture of your neighbour's knocker and pretend it's yours. Don't knock on the door and run away. Don't do that, for God's sake. No. Otherwise, I don't want any complaints. Floating Our Boat says, here, what have I just walked into? Ladies and Floating Our Boat, you won't have any knockers or even a bell end. We're playing Show Us Your Knockers. We want pictures of your front door knocker. Now, if you're on a canal boat, you could be excused. You could show us your anchor. Have you got an anchor? No, I don't suppose you have an anchor. Do you have an anchor on a canal boat? I think we had an anchor. I don't know why. Anyway, there is a place, apparently, says TurboStream, a place in Worcestershire called Bell End, though. Well, you could nip down there in your lovely camper and show us a picture of Bell End. That would be good. I'm going to keep an eye on and see if anybody's actually got their knockers to us. The lovely Julia has been very swift off the mark, ladies and gentlemen. This is the lovely Julia's knocker, and as you can see, her door is purple. Yes, it's a lovely shining purple, or purple for the likes of us. And actually, her knocker is very close and very similar to mine. How extraordinary. There we go. There we are. We have a very big anchor. Thank you very much. Says Floating of Hope. It's marvellous. I'm so pleased that you've got a big anchor. It's good to see it. I wonder who throws that around first thing in the morning. Who is the what is it when you cast the anchor? What do you do when you hoik the? What do they say? There's an old seaman's phrase, isn't there? Something about doing something to the anchor. Not Bianca. She's a nice girl. I often hanker for an anchor, says Michael Wire. I'm not surprised. I'm glad you all do. By the way, the show, we do have a space in today's show. Yes, we have plenty of space for phone calls. You can give us a ring on 0793 4746 790. I need to get the lovely Julia in to do a jingle video of her doing a little thing to call us. Maybe doing strumming. That would be good. We'll have to get her. She's taken her little strummer away with her, unfortunately, but we'll get her to do a strum and we'll record that, so every time we want the phone. In the old days I used to have my daughter saying, send an email to richard@vobes.com. Very popular it was, but now we want one that goes 0793 4746 790. Maybe David Vad can write us the music that we can strum on, a little 10-second piece. That'd be lovely. Blistering barnacles, says Holly and Co. Drop the anchor. Yes, there we go. Don't drop it on my foot. That would be rubbish. Avast behind. Who's got a vast behind? So there we go. What else can we do? Julia says, has Julia Art Nouveau leading? Julia has Art Nouveau. Art Nouveau? What is Art Nouveau? Splice the main brace. Oh yes, splice the main brace. Isn't that is splice the main brace, chop the mainsail out? No, that's something different. I see Captain Haddock is in town. Oh, here we are. We have a call on the phone. Let's find out who that is. I have to put on some headphones. There we go. Oh, I can actually hear myself sounding very fruity through the new microphone. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Ooh.
Have you got? Oh, hello. Have you got your new headphones on yet?
No, I haven't. No, we haven't had a chance to go out and buy the new headphones.
Oh, I am sorry. I am sorry.
Yeah,
did you not? Did you not have? Did you not buy them through the Amazon Prime Day?
No, I got them from Chris and Harriet. Actually, two of our favourite fans who love it when the Champs calls in.
Oh yes, I do love those viewers. Yes,
aren't they kind? They're so lovely.
Yes, they are. They're so complimentary.
They love every moment. The minute that the Champs. Oh, hang on. Where's my?
They suck it up.
They suck it right up. There we are. I thought my reverb wasn't working. The Champs. There we go. A bit of reverb always works well. So how the devil are you, young Emily Champion?
Well, I've just sent you a picture of my knocker.
Oh, good. I like to have a picture. Love to have a look at your knockers.
But you know what? I said, I don't know if you ever, on my iPad, when I send emails, you send an attachment, and I press the attachment thing, and I do it every time. I press the wrong photo thing to attach it to.
Oh, what have you sent me then?
Well, I won't repeat it on air, the thing I sent you. I might send it to you anyway.
Send
so
it me
you can
privately.
See what it was.
Oh, yes, lovely.
Because I think you'll quite like it.
Oh, I'm sure it's lovely.
But, I don't think it's something to be shown on the show.
No.
Not unless people like that kind of language. But,
right, fair enough. Let's have a look at your knockers then. You've only got the one. There it is.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know, it's
one-sided.
It's a lovely knocker. It's very similar to mine.
It's very shiny.
It's much more shinier, and your door, it looks like it's one of those new special
composite, isn't it?
Oh, is that what it is? A composite, yeah.
We used to have the original one because it's a 1930s house, and what we didn't realise, we wanted to keep it. It was really nice, but it was just, even with the draft excluders and everything like that.
Yeah, it
was making the hallway really wet and damp, and we didn't realise how bad it had got because the floorboards, from where the rain would come in, bad weather, it came through the sides of the door, and it just literally rotted the hallway floorboards away, and in the end we had to get rid of it because of how the damage that it was causing.
Yeah, so,
which is sad.
No, well, you see, my neighbour on the right-hand side as I stand out looking out the door, he had changed his door, and he had one of these composite things, and they were shoving it in, and he worked for one of these UPVC double glazed window companies, so he had a discount on it. And I saw him do it, and I said, "How much is that door that you're putting in there?" He said, "Oh, it's with the surround. They got the whatever you call it, the architrave, the there's
frame or something. Yeah,
frame. Yeah. That's the word. Let's stick with that. And it's a good word, that, isn't it? Frame.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, "How much?" And he said, "It's £800." I said,
"Yeah, I know.
£800
for a bit of wood."
This is plastic composite, like like.
I
said, £800. It's not even wood. I said, a tree hasn't even had to die. 800, because I was thinking, I'll probably get a new front door myself. That can't be more than £300. I thought, with fitting. I mean, it just shows you how ignorant.
Because it's 5 lever mortise. Lock, isn't it? It's because it has to be, for security.
Oh, I see.
It's got extra locks in it or something.
Oh,
so when you lift the handle, that's how you lock it.
Is that what Goldie's got? Extra locks. Goldie, she's got extra locks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Took a moment there for the
I
penny.
use that word quite a lot, actually.
Oh, do you?
I always say to the kids when I'm teaching them, it has to be just right. It has to be Goldilocks.
It has to be Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
so
good.
It's a favourite phrase, yeah.
So now, whilst
they're not cheap.
They're not cheap. They're not cheap. Now, hang on a minute. I've just seen the Eastbourne couple. Now they've got nice.
What,
knockers.
they're knockers?
Yes.
They've got lovely knockers.
They've got
shiny.
Lovely, very shiny.
Bigger than mine, or bigger or smaller?
I don't know the size. It's very difficult to tell. I think it's another composite door. I'm not sure.
Right.
It might be real wood, but have a look. There'll be a slight delay if you've got your thing on. But that is rather different, and I'm just trying to work out whether that's
yes,
a dragonfly.
A dragonfly.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I do like that.
It's very posh.
I did buy a knocker from America once when I went there.
Was it a knockoff?
When I visited the Amish, they'd handmade a knocker that was in the shape of a cat, and it was the tail that you lifted and used to hit the door with.
Ah, what clever idea!
Yeah, I quite liked it. I mean, I never used it in the end, but it was, it was a nice knocker.
A nice knocker. Now, Mark,
don't knock it.
No, I'm definitely not knocking it. Now, of course, we did ask for some bell ends on the show. These are the don't laugh. These I know. We asked for some bell ends. These is the end of the bell that you push.
Okay.
Okay. You all right?
Okay.
Contain yourself, woman. So we've got 2 bell ends from Mark Burgess. Would you like to have a look?
Is it shiny?
It's not really, although the door is shiny because it's glass. There it is. There's a couple of lovely...
Might get blinded.
You might get blinded. Lovely bell ends there.
Oh, my goodness, there's too much choice.
Too much.
Which one do you press?
Well, I'm not quite sure. There's 3.
Like there should have been a third one.
There is a third one down the bottom. I've just noticed.
Oh, God. Right. I remember, yes, there is a third one. Yeah. I remember the time I knocked on someone's door and they opened it and I was still holding the knocker.
Oh, were you?
And
I
did some deliveries as well. I did some leaflet dropping. And the same thing happened. I put my hand, I had to push it through the letterbox, but the letterbox came off and it was stuck on my wrist. I had to knock on their door and give them back their letterbox surround.
And by the way, here's a leaflet. And the leaflet was for do-it-yourself joinery. The local.
Still holding it.
Yeah, oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
I was so embarrassed.
Oh, bless. Now I've got a sneaky feeling. Oh, I see. Here is.
We got another good one.
We got another good one. Now this.
I shouldn't laugh really because I've taught somebody. I taught someone who when they left school, we asked them what they were doing because we said, "Oh, you got a job? Or you what you doing?"
Yeah.
And they said, "I'm working with knobs and knockers now," and he'd got a job literally just selling knockers and doorknobs.
And was he going door to door?
I'm not joking. He had like 5 A levels.
Right. And he's selling knockers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what a waste of time that was.
Well, I don't know. It depends how successful he was and how joyous it is.
Well, it's because of the community that they lived in. They're not allowed to go to university, so they literally have to go into their family business. So that's what he got.
And that's
what
he got.
Knobs and knockers.
Well, let's have a look at Lord Jeffrey's knocker. This is Lord Jeffrey's knocker.
Oh, is it regal? Has it got a lion?
Well, you're not far off, actually. It looks like is it a puma? What's that one from the...
That's a jaguar.
Jaguar, there we go. Off a car.
Yeah,
whatever.
He's nicked that off a car.
What is is that a Porsche, is it, that has it? Or Daimler?
A Jaguar.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, the clue was in the name there, wasn't it? Oh dear. It's always a hoot when you're ringing. Has it been a long day? Has it?
I don't know. Oh my God.
They're coming in. They're coming in now.
They're coming in thick and fast.
Thick and fast. They're slightly worried here because Adrian Wicks has just got. He's put on the title. The subject line. He's just put, "This is my bell end." We'll have a look at that. Kerry Baldwin. Kerry Baldwin has sent in a knocker. Now clickety click. This one, 66. Good old Kerry Baldwin. This is. Oh, you
they haven't just fallen round. They weren't 99, were they? They
might.
Round.
They might. They might have been the full 99.
It was 999.
That no flake. But there we are. Lovely. And then you see, that's like your knocker.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like mine, but it's
what
not.
You need. If you put a bit of hand sanitizer, it buffs it up really nicely.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Something to.
So it does two jobs in one. So you sanitize it, and then it's all nice and shiny.
Oh, do you know? I suppose that is a thing, isn't it? That people have been, in case somebody comes knocking on their door.
Yes.
They've probably been sanitizing things. I mean, do you know? I've not. Yeah. This is an admission. I wouldn't tell anybody this, but I have not purchased one bit of that bacteria sanitizer, antibacterial, I guess it would be.
Well, the prices have come down. I mean, they were very expensive at one point.
I haven't bothered with any.
People are fighting over it. Do you know what I use it for? And it's really good. Because I use it on my whiteboards. Like when I'm writing with a whiteboard pen. If you wipe it off with a whiteboard with the sanitizer, it cleans it off.
Does it? And as opposed to what would you normally use? It like water?
Well, you'd like a board spray or something like that. But to be honest, they just smear it.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Clive Waterford. Oh, now wait a minute. We've
got a good one.
We've got a very shiny one, a shiny door and a shiny knocker.
Oh.
And it's been well used. Here it is. This is Clive Waterford. So look at that.
Let's have a look.
It's coming up in a second.
It's coming up.
Very nice. Very nice. I have to say thank you very much, everybody.
Oh, that's shiny.
Isn't that shiny? There's a bit of class there. Class. You see, I wonder.
I bet he lives in a cul-de-sac.
Well, do you know? I was just going to say. I wonder if you can reflect the street.
Yes.
That the knocker. Does the knocker reflect? Has it got to match the other houses? Does everybody keep up? Not in my case.
Matches its owner.
Yeah. And then the owner probably, if it's a very posh one, perhaps it's in a nice, as you say, a nice cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we're getting anywhere close.
I don't know. They'll have to say.
They'll have to say.
Put us out of our misery.
Ring them and hope for the best, says Station Master's Choice. Daniel Watkins says this is too funny. It was never too funny, which is fantastic. So hang on a minute. I'll just pick him a nose. Right, let's have a look at Adrian Wick's bell end.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I've never seen so many bell ends in an evening.
No, I just suddenly pressed on the wrong thing. It said it wanted to save it to Google Pics. I thought, no, don't do that. I don't want his bell end going public. Now, I suppose this is the other end of the bell, where the chimes are.
Oh, right, the tradesman.
The bit that alerts you that there is somebody lurking at your door.
What the hell is that? That looks like some kind of thing that you would use on an electric chair.
Yes, just below that
is
the electric chair with some poor bugger strapped in at any minute. The next person who comes to the door.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's how they get round. Who's going to pull the lever? and
Yes.
make that, the execution. Well, they go, well, what we do is we attach it to the doorbell. So it could be the postman. It could be
electrified.
The next delivery person, if you've got something on hand.
The Amazon
delivery. It could be anyone. It could be the neighbour asking for some more sugar. And
it reminds me of this thing that we use in science experiments where you have to put two hands on these two poles and you get that electrical current going through you. But if you touch one, it doesn't work.
Well, it's funny.
I wonder if it's the same thing.
If you if you take off the frontage of an electric power socket and put your fingers on the wires there, you probably get the same reaction. Maybe a bit bigger.
Or your tongue.
Yeah,
or your tongue.
Stick your tongue, yeah. Did you ever do that with one of those little, remember those old square 9-volt batteries?
Yeah.
Stick your tongue and you get that little weird zingy effect.
Yeah.
They were the
Kids
days.
still do it now.
Do they?
They clip crocodile clips on everything.
On their nipples?
I mean, if you stand still long enough, they'd clip it onto you.
Well, best to keep clear.
Not my nipples.
No.
But, I tend to keep those covered up.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Let them click them on your other knockers.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. It sounds like, I don't know if you've ever watched the film Home Alone, where they set up electrical current on the knocker, on the door knob or whatever it was.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I have seen it, but I don't think I ever saw the sequel, but I saw the first one because the kids were of a certain age.
Yes.
The Tradesman's Entrance, says John B.
Yeah.
LOL. 2 tones,
Always
Avon
the best.
calling. What are we? So Alan Sandell says, I'm at the end of a cul-de-sac and I don't have a knocker.
Oh, did someone nick it?
So, what
Nick your knocker?
There was a time when knockers was even though you never used it, it was just that who would have a door without a knocker? Because if your bell stopped working, people need something to make the clackety-clack on the door, don't they?
Yeah, I know, because I don't have a doorbell anymore. I just have the knocker.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And we never got round to, when we changed the door over, we never got round to actually putting the doorbell on. But I know obviously a lot of people now have their ring doorbell, which has it videos them, and then it alerts you on your phone to say that somebody's at the door. My mum and dad have one.
Yeah.
And so every time I go round there, I will pull faces or whatever on the camera so that when they watch it back, they'll see me
pulling faces.
Pulling faces at them. But it videos all sorts because it's got quite a wide view. So, I mean, I've seen my mum and dad, my mum slipped over, all sorts of things happen. Dodgy things in the night, like from the neighbours where somebody's put a package into their bin and then someone else has come at like 3 o'clock in the morning and then taken the package out. I don't know what the hell it is.
Oh.
But yeah, it's funny. It's like a whole, like I don't know, like YouTube, but reality, like right in front of you there.
On your own door. So and you're alerted when it happens, are you? So
it makes like a wind chime sound.
So if somebody puts something in your bin and you watched, somebody came and did, and then you think a month later the same thing happened, you could nip out there, grab whatever it is, and hide it.
And
take
see
it
what
in.
it is. Yeah, and then be looking for it.
Wait for this other bloke who's gone to pick it up, and he's looking in there, going,
looking for his contraband. It's not there.
Where's my drugs? Where
probably
are they?
A catalytic converter. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, right.
There's enough of them being nicked around here.
What do they convert them into? That's what I'd love to know. That
knockers.
Oh, knockers. Yes. So new knockers. So if you've had your catalytic converter nicked, it's been converted.
It's now on someone's door.
Yeah, rat-a-tat-tat. How do you do with that? Oh, it's all very good stuff. We've run out of people sending in. Does anybody want to send in any more knockers?
Let's see your knockers.
Come on, we're going to get more knockers. So now, listen, as you've rung in, lovely Emily Champions, you can set the next one.
A new challenge.
A new challenge for the next show. For the Friday show, we want another interactive. So it's got to be something that a lot of people might have in the house that they can take a picture of. And we can have a bit of a feisty fun with it.
I shall have a think.
So have a think. Yeah, that would be good. So,
will do.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, listen, Thanks.
I don't want to bore people anymore.
No. I know.
Get off the phone.
No, I'm just a bit concerned that poor old Chris and Harriet will be absolutely gutted if we say goodbye to you.
Yes, I know. I know how they love it.
They,
and I really don't want to let them down.
No, and I'm sure they've got lovely knockers and a great bell end.
Yeah,
so
lovely and shiny, and
most shiny. It's just a shame they didn't send them in. But never mind. But as the show is, going downhill, you need a good pair of knockers to rest your laurels.
To lift them back up.
Yeah, lift it back
otherwise
up.
There's nothing worse than a saggy pair of knockers.
No. So get your antibacteria spray on them.
I thought you said your baps.
Your baps, your anti-baps. Get your anti-baps. Get our auntie's baps. Auntie's baps are much.
Don't bring hers into it.
No, then they would be saggy. But anyway, we better leave it there. Thank you so much, Emily. You bring a smile to the show.
Oh God!
It's always good to hear lovely tunes. Look after yourself.
I will do, and I'll let you know what we're going to do on Friday.
Yeah, that's great. Take care.
Yeah. All right then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. There we are, the lovely Emily Champion on the Vobes Show. Wasn't that good? Marvellous. She is a star, and she'll be appearing here in the studio. We'll have to get her a special microphone. You better choose a colour. I don't know what the colours are, actually. I'll have to kind of work them out. But anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for participating in the Show Us Your Knockers. That was great. But it's now time, ladies and gentlemen, for our first video of the day. And Alan Sandell has been out and about, and he said to me, I haven't got any editing facilities and I've already made a cock-up once and this one contains a blooper, but I hope it's all right. And I said, of course it is. Send your video in. We would love to see it. So let's get into the video box and have a look.
Hello folks, this is take 2 of a walk in Ashton Park. Take 1, I didn't have a remote microphone, and the traffic on the A24 completely ruined it. See if we do any better this time. It was owned by the 7th Duke of Norfolk, but he sold it, including the house, in 1680, and eventually this park finished up in the hands of Mole Valley, run by Surrey Wildlife, and the much extended house, 1880, is now the City of London Corporation I've forgotten. The City of London Freeman School. Yay! I don't know how well the yellow flowers show up on there, but you sometimes see birds hopping across the lily pads to feed in different places. Quite fun. And if you've got very good spotting instincts, you'll see a small black duck in there. I can't see it through the lens. Oh, there he is. That's better. Got him right in the middle of the screen. Absolutely magical. Oh yes, lots and lots of blackberries. I think the nature reserve rule is that you don't take anything away. Oh, what about if you just eat them here? I love the different bark textures, and you'll recognise that without the leaves. Oak. Can you see that one? That is decidedly a veteran. Beautiful. That one has a very distinctive bark, quite round leaves, and there's the remains of catkins on the ground, so I think we call it goat willow. And another beauty. Always startling birds in the undergrowth when I'm walking around here. Runs slap through the middle. There you go. Well, I've been trying to find a Scots pine for you. I know they're here. I've seen them before, but I'm now completely lost. I'll get to know it. And I think I'll sign off there. Oh, one more coming into view. Lovely.
How lovely. Thank you so much. That's Alan Sandell there with the lovely, relaxing, dulcet tones. Very much enjoyed that. Thank you so much for sending that in. And the bird, yes, interesting. Which way round, you can help me out, because I was out filming today and I saw, was it a moorhen or was it a coot? Which is the one with a white flash on? Because I know that in the video, whatever I said will be wrong. Alan, thank you so much. And do send us another one. Loved it. Moorhen has the red beak. Oh, it must have been the coot then that has the white flash. Isn't there a poem? Coot is white. Oh, there we go. Isn't there a poem? Josephine Suter says, knock, knock. Who's there? Who's there, Josephine? Waiting to see. Coot has the white flash. Yes, I'm as bald as a coot myself. Isn't there a poem to help you remember that, or a saying? I saw a lovely one early this morning. I was out early this morning, funnily enough. Early this morning, just as the day was dawning, I saw a lovely coot, and I couldn't remember. Yes, if its head is red, then thank you very much. There we are. Thank you very much. If its head is red, it's just been shot, so it must be dead. No, that's not right either. Right, I think we better do a flower quiz whilst we're talking about these things, because the lovely Bonnie has done that. But before we leave the bell ringing, so to speak, Audrey Forbes Hamilton has sent in the servant bell, of course, from her, what does she say, from her drawing room, I think. Here is the drawing room servant bell. You press that to get service, don't you know? Only the posh have that sort of thing. Thank you so much, Audrey Forbes, for sending that in. That's absolutely lovely, very kind. Jeff has sent in a picture of his doorknob. Let's have a look at that. He says, oh no, that's just a... wait a minute. This may not be actually his one. I think this comes from number 10, but I'll leave you to work out where number 10 is. Yeah, there we go. A nice little knocker if you can get it. Thanks to that. It was from Jeff. Right, okay. So we have a quiz, and this is care of, I've got to find it, Benita, Flower and Quizzes. Flowers and Animals. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or possibly 7. Let's have a look. Here we are. Now, are you ready? Can you guess the first flower? And it looks lovely, doesn't it? And I imagine that these are in Sussex, somewhere in Sussex. I'm not quite sure. She may have said in her email. I'll have to double check that. 10 Rillington Place. Oh, yes. 10 Rillington Place. There we are. 10 Lettsby Avenue, says Matt Doe. Where is it? 10 green bottles. What was the name of the street? Festival Street, wasn't it? That what's his name who lived it, and suddenly the shopkeeper appeared. Mr. Ben. There we are. Mr. Ben. How did the theme to Mr. Ben go? So that's a question that somebody's asked me once, and I had to suddenly no, wait a minute. I know the theme. I know that it'll come to me. Anyway, what have we got here? What is that? Anybody got any ideas? Let's have a look on the thing. It's a purple orchid. Use it or don't, she says. Oh, use the quiz. I guess that's what it is. Right, the next one, she's not quite sure what this is, so Bonnie needs your help. What is this? Fascinating looking thing. Festive Road. Thank you, Dave Ivad. Festive Road. I'm still trying to get the theme in my head. It's a lovely tune to Mr. Ben. Jeff and Mandy sent that in. Sorry about that. Jeff couldn't resist. Thank you, Jeff. Mr. Ben was a cross-dresser, and he'd be on the Pride float nowadays. Yes, I wonder what he would dress up these days if it was a politically correct show. Woke Mr. Ben. I'm still trying to get in my mind the theme. Right, anybody got that one? Anybody know? Anna Jones says Rest Harrow. Yeah, I read that. Nobody knows what that is, other than it might be Rest Harrow, whatever that is. Lord Jeffrey says, Richard, did you know that number 10, at number 10 Downing Street, the number 10 is not straight? Is it slightly crooked? Mr. Ben would be sporting a pair of knockers these days, says John B. He probably would, yes. He's probably a little bit fluid, as they say. Right, okay. And Mike Stevens says, looks similar to Herb Robert, but it's not, okay. So now we've got a flower and some form of bug. Anybody know what they both are? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It's a lovely... beautiful what's that word? Not effervescent. Iridescent. Is it iridescent? Iridescent. Getting there slowly. Iridescent colour, a bug on that lilac, very soft lilac coloured flower. But what are they? Interesting to know what they're. Floating Our Boat says, my son lives in West Harrow, along with a sparrow. Scabious and a green tiger beetle. Oh, that's nice. Scabious is one of those plants that does sound like it's a disease, isn't it? Now, we've got here, scabious is the answer, plus a thick-legged flower beetle. So, I don't know who's going to be right on that one. It might be the quiz master, or it may, in fact, be Kerry Baldwin. Who knows? Right, the next one here is, apparently it's a common one, but let's see if you can guess what it is. It looks very nice. I'll blow it up a little bit for you. Scabious, yes, if you say, oh, I suffer from scabies, and I've got a bit of scabious that I've been scratching all day, that, I wonder if the doctor would know what you're talking about. Scabious. I've got little scabs on my scabious... nocturnal. Anyway, anybody know what that might be? I've got here no guesses. Oh, you guessed. Wait a minute. You guessed, says Kerry Baldwin. Well, this seems to be here common. Now, I don't know how you... Tway blade. Common tway blade orchid. If anybody's interested. Right, this one should be easy, but it ain't easy for me. Let's have a look. Where's the button? There we are. Anybody guess that one? It's on display now. Looks nice. Tiny flower. Oh, Twayblade. Anna Jones. There you go. Twayblade. Michael White says number 10 is a Masonic number. If you look at most of the important government buildings, they're all number 10. That's curious, isn't it? Number 10. Anybody got that one? Scarlet Pimpernel. There we are. Andrew Norris, Scarlet Pimpernel. Bonnie says thick-legged flower beetle is exactly what it is. So there we go. It wasn't. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can cough up our guts. This is a lovely one. See if you can guess what this little creature is. Look at that. Very, very delicate-looking thing with something rather worrying poking out the back. It's like its little antenna. Been listening to the radio, clearly. John B says I scabious as opposed to I Claudius. Yep, could be. And that's is it a dam's fly? David Vadse, a dragonfly. It's some form of fly, isn't it? A damselfly. So a damselfly. Everyone's going for damselfly. Damn that blooming fly. Let's hope that you've got it right. It's in the sky. It's a damselfly. I'm going to look at the answer, and it is a damselfly. Oh, and the last... Oh, there is one more. I beg your pardon. There is one more. It's... I don't know if you can identify the plant. I don't know if that is the thing, but what type of butterfly is that? Thank you so much, Bonnie. We do love these quizzes. It gets the old brain scratching and shows us how ignorant most of us are, particularly me, when it comes to the nature around us. But it's lovely to see a damsel fly in distress. In which dress? In this dress? Nice dress. Ooh, and Kerry Baldwin saying, is it a speckled wood as opposed to a woodpecker? So it's definitely something small. Nut cutlet, says David Vad. Yeah, it could be a nut cutlet. Could be taken on holiday. Let's have a look at the answer. It is a dappled woodland butterfly. So dappled, speckled, pretty damn close. If you got all the answers right, give yourself a star prize. And don't forget to send us a picture of your knocker. I'm just looking... Oh... I can see now what Emily Champion sent me. Instead of a picture of her door knocker, she sent me... Very nice, Emily, I must say. Thank you very much. That's brightened up my day. I can't show that, otherwise we will get taken off the end. Now, David Vad has very kindly sent in a short piece of music, which we can use, apparently. So let's see if we can... He must have just composed this, so let's see if I can come into the area where we can hear this music. I need to put my headphones on to hear this, but you should hear this. Yeah, well, there you go. Thank you so much. I'm sure we will, in some form or other, we will find a use for it. This show, I love the fact that this show is interactive. This is what the internet is there for, isn't it? The interactive way that we can interact. Yes, thanks. I made that sound really smooth, didn't I? Thank you so much. There we go. Stop horsing around. Oh, is that the door? That's his doorbell. Yes, thank you. There's somebody at the door. Now, that would make a good ringtone. By the way, we should get... maybe I should make the ferret song. Do you remember the ferret song? Maybe I should make that available as a ringtone. If anybody's interested in having it as a ringtone, maybe I can record... That would be the best thing for it, wouldn't it? To record a little 30-second version as a ringtone. I'll see if I can get on with that, and then we'll make that available as a download, as an MP3, and you can download that. I will definitely do that and put it on my phone. That would be great. What would be good is to get that on the studio phone as well, so that when the phone rings in here, we know it's the phone. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Lord Jeffrey says, definitely I'd have that one. Yes, please, to the ringtone. There we go. Oh, dear, I've just made myself more work, but not to worry. Mark Burgess says, I'll buy that. You don't need to buy it. We download that for free. That would just be fine. By the way, Bonnie says, all those plants were seen in Poynings. Poynings at the foot of the South Downs. North face of the South Downs at Poynings. Very poignant to see that. I like the jazz version of the ferret song best, says Michael White. So maybe we can do that. That would be good. Right, time for another video, ladies and gentlemen. It's all going very swimmingly tonight. And what have we got here? Sean Ford. He has been out on the summer solstice. Well, shush, don't say anything. But he's actually been out on the day before the summer solstice because as you know, if you live down in Sussex, the summer solstice, the 21st of June, Freedom Day, was pouring with rain. So maybe it was just as well we didn't have a free day to do anything because it was as if the heavens had opened. They'd seen Boris and they were crying. They were going, oh, blimey, we've got to wait another month. Yeah, it would have been a sunny day if we'd have been allowed out. But anyway, Sean Ford's gone out on the summer solstice. Let's see what he's been up to.
Hello friends, welcome to Discovery Walk number 17 with me, Sean. On this Discovery Walk I'm celebrating the summer solstice, which is actually tomorrow. It's the 20th of June today, but it's such a beautiful day and tomorrow's forecast rain all day. So I'm going to Marlin Woods, which is outside of Coombe Valley where I usually do my little discoveries. past the horizon over there. So a nice trek over there, but apparently it's some beautiful streams there. It's there's a couple of woods there, 2 or 3 woods there, and it's Marling Valley, also known as Marling Valley, and there's it's like a guile stream which is in a ravine. So after all the rain we've been having, there should be some really beautiful water streams going through there. There's Coombe Valley, so that's a beautiful view. Where the sea used to come in about 1,000 years ago. Well, after about an hour or so scumbling through the woods, slipping over only the once, it's very muddy in there, so there's lots of mud to get through. I've now reached where I need to be, which is the walkover now along Queen's Way, which will then get me into the entrance to Park Woods, which then leads up into Marlin Woods. Don't know, about another mile or so to go. Oh, that way. It's more like it. I've just come off a little bit of the road, just over there. Lovely little fields, and rabbits just rushed off into there, about 3 of them. Little rabbit land this is. So as you can see now, it's going deep. So this is Parkwood, and a little bit further on will take us into Marlinwood. There's a gate over there. Let's have a look at that one. As usual, I've done a map, so there's the little ziggy-zig bit that I went up. That bit, just couldn't find that. So I've come along here, and I'm somewhere, I presume, up here now. So this is Parkwood, and I think I'm in this field here, and there's a gate there. So Marlin Wood is just up there. But the scenery is just idyllic. Country meadow, English country meadow. Have a look at that. Started from that lovely meadow out there, we're now in the cool woods, and I don't know if it's the leaves in the trees or it's some water. I can hear. Oh, crikey. Let's go and find out. And here we are, lovely, beautiful little waterfall here. I thought today also we'll have a bit of poetry by, of course, the wonderful Cicely Mary Barker. This is the song of the Jasmine Fairy. In the heat of the summer days, with sunshine all ablaze, here are cool green bowers, starry with jasmine flowers. Sweet-scented like a dream of fairyland they seem. And when the long hot day at length has worn away, and twilight deepens till the darkness comes, then still the glimmering jasmine white gives fragrance to the night. Very slippery day today. So it's the eve of the summer solstice, And when the sun sets today, about 9:30 I think, 3:30 tomorrow morning, so 3:30 Monday 21st June, we will then start shifting, as in the days will start getting shorter. People will say, oh no, it's going to be the winter before we know it. No, of course it's not. We've got July, we've got August, we've got September, beautiful warm months, the harvest months coming as well. So at this point, at this time of year, it's the longest day for ages. You know, you don't notice it. It's wonderful. Well, thanks friends for watching me, Sean, in my Discovery Walk number 17, the summer solstice. See you next time.
What a wonderful place. Wasn't that wonderful? That was lovely. Thank you so much, Sean. Nice to celebrate that. And interesting what you said about the longest day and then it starts to get shorter, because as we approach the longest day, you never get that feeling, really, that it's getting terribly long until you've got to it, and then you just have that sort of cold feeling that, hello, winter's coming, and yet you soon forget about it, and it does seem to be that we have the long summer evenings. Maybe because it's warm, I suppose. But anyway, that was very nice. The only thing I thought was tin can. What were you drinking in there? Fizzy drink? Was it wine or sort of something else? A lovely goblet would have been perfect. A lovely. I don't know whether you've got a goblet. You look the sort of bloke who has a whole cabinet of goblets. We might show us your goblet. might be a good one. If anyone's got a goblet, that might be a good one for another show. Show us your goblet. But we'll wait to see what Emily thinks. Hopefully, by the end of the show, Emily will have come up with an idea. But anyway, there we go. That was lovely, Sean Ford, and it was absolutely brilliant. He's got a goblet. Show us your goblet. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, now. Turbo Stream, as you know, travelling Turbo Stream, he's got a competition for us. He's got a quiz. It's a geographical quiz. I've just got to get in there. And on his quiz, let me just read the email that he sent me that accompanies his quiz. He says here, Richard, another Turbo Stream travel trivia in pictures. You try saying that when you've had your goblet filled. He says, this one is quite hard, so there are some clues to go with the pictures. So, picture number one. Oh, hang on, let me do that a slightly different way. Picture number one. It's in Wales and supplies water to Birmingham. Name the area and not the dam. Okay, let's have a look at the picture then. This is picture number one. Name the area, but not the dam. And here it is. Beautiful black and white picture. Look at that. Very stunning. But can you work out where it is? Oh, that's interesting. So Station Master's Choice has got straight in there with Elan Valley. So that'd be interesting. Clive Waterfall suggests that you show us your giblets. Yeah, that might not catch on. I quite like that. Julia says, show us your favourite shoes. Josephine's already got hers ready, it says. Michael White says, I don't have any shoes. Oh, right. Alan Sandell says something I can't possibly pronounce, beginning with PH. So I'm not quite sure. Audrey Forbes reckons it's Elan Valley. Mike Stevens says it's Lake Verney, which I've been to, actually. It's very nice up there. So the question is, where is it? Let's have a look, see if I've got the answer anywhere nearby. So picture one is in Wales. The answer is... I'm just checking. This is Craig Goch Dam, Elan Valley, Mid Wales. The water is supplied 72 miles to Birmingham by gravity via the Elan Valley Aqueduct. So if you said Elan Valley, well done to you guys. Right, number two, picture two. The clue is It's in Cumbria. That's all you get. Clue number 2, it's in Cumbria. Here is picture number 2. Can you tell me where this is? It looks very lovely, doesn't it? It's a stone circle, but which one? Beautiful hills, I have to say. Beautiful hills in the background. Wonderful photography, Turbo. Very, very good. I like that. And you've got that little man over there in the distance, which also draws your eye. Very good. Love it. So we've got some answers coming through. How about that? Anna Jones says, is it, now I assume that's a place, Raider, is that how you pronounce it? Dubai Dozen has arrived. Hello, Dubai Dozen. Lovely to see you. Anna Jones says it may be Keswick. Is it Castle Rig, says Mike Stevens. Jeff and Mandy says, is it in Scotland? No, it's in Cumbria. So where do you suppose that is? I will soon come and tell you the answers. It is, he says, moving round. The answer is Castle Rig Stone Circle in Keswick. So there we go. Well done on that. And finally, picture number 3. Oh, the clue here. Now, somebody said, is it in Scotland? The clue here is it is in Scotland. It's in Scotland's capital city. So if you know where Scotland's capital city is, it's not Stirling then have a look at this and tell me, hang on, get in there, where it is or what it is. If anybody knows, oh, that's my phone. It's probably my son saying he's come to pick us up. Oh no, something different here. So do you know where that is? I think Emily has just texted in. Oh, here we go. Brilliant. I shall read that out in a minute. So what have we got that way for a guess? We have, Vertigo. Scott's Tower. It's in Edinburgh. Anybody got any more than that? Edinburgh Waverley Station, says Station Master's Choice. Who else used to wear platform shoes, says... I didn't know when you went to a train station that you actually... I mean, I know you could get a platform ticket, but I was unaware that you needed the shoes to go with it, platform shoes, but maybe you do. Right, okay, so the answer to that, and lovely picture again, is in fact the Scott Monument, Princes Street in Edinburgh, which I think Station Master's Choice... Oh no, he said Waverley Station. Who said... Colonel Cragratty said Scott's Tower. Anybody else who said... Christopher Isles said Scott's Tower. And that's about it. Excuse me, trying to clear my throat here. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Turbo. Love your photos. Do send some more in. That would be fantastic. What a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. That was stunning. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go to another video now. I've had text from the lovely Emily, who has told us what we're going to be looking out for on the Friday show. I shall read that by the end of the show, because I don't want you to start sending things now. I'm just going to see if anybody has sent any more knockers in. Nobody sent any more knockers in. Okay, fair dues. Right, so we'll go back into the video box. And Andrew Norris has been out swimming. And he's got the perfect swimming partner. Lovely Zorro. Seems that a number of people were slightly worried that we were going to see Andrew's bell end or indeed his giblets. But luckily, we saw neither of those. How beautiful is that? That was very beautiful. Thank you so much, Andrew, for showing us that. Beautiful colours from underwater, a vision that you don't normally see. And as Bonnie said, is it a waterproof camera? Jolly well hope it was. Otherwise, poor old Andrew will be wringing it out. I imagine it was his GoPro, which are waterproof. But yeah, brilliant. Love it. And it's so nice to see Zorro and all that doggy paddle stuff going on, which is superb. So there we go. That's marvellous. Now, before the last video, which is the lovely Bernie, and someone's got to be last. I'm sorry, Bernie, that you're last on this occasion. We do have time, if somebody would like to give us a call on 0793 4746 790. You're very welcome to give us a call, and we have a chinwag for a minute or two. In the meantime, let's have a look, see what's going on in the comments. Very lovely. There are lots of praise for that. Val Pragnell says, lovely video, one man and his best friend. It's funny, a lot of people have suggested that I ought to get a dog for my walks. And I wouldn't mind having a little dog as a friend, to go around. But it would be such a pain when I'm trying to video. Because I'm quite finicky with the way I shoot and stuff, and I don't want to be having to either hold a lead or having to go chasing after a dog or wonder where the dog is or have problems where I can take the dog whilst I'm filming. So it wouldn't actually work for me, but people do that. John says the camera's dried out now. There we go, especially in the sunshine that we've had at the moment. Andrew Norris says, thanks everyone. It is a GoPro, but I have an additional waterproof case for it. Well done. Get a parrot. Oh yeah, that would be good. That would be very nice. I've got Eric. Eric is very much I know he hasn't made an appearance on the show. We'll bring him back soon. Josephine Shooter says, don't what? Don't get a parrot. No, I'm not going to get a parrot. Of course I wouldn't get a parrot. That would be ridiculous. Your chance to give us a ring on 0793 4746 790. Have a chat to the Vobes. If you've never rung the show before and you want to compliment me on the lovely new microphones, you'd be very welcome to do that. We'll hear your dulcet tones on the show. That would be very nice. I can tell you, if you're a fan of the Bald Explorer, that I was supposed to be going up to Oxford today, yesterday evening, and but it was postponed, and it just as well it was postponed really, because we were going to meet in a pokey office and do the interview with Trevor Rowley, who wrote this rather interesting book, The English Landscape of the 20th Century. But actually we've rearranged, and we're going to a lovely, I think it's I forget what it's, Minster Lovell, I think it is, somewhere in Oxford, near Hartney Whitney, I think it is, which is a ruined abbey type thing, a minster, not a minister, a minster. So don't mince up your words, sir. So we're going to do that and have a lovely walk round, which will be great. And we're going to do it where masks won't have to be in situ. There was a sort of a bit of an issue with masks, and I won't be wearing a mask on camera. And as I say, a pokey little room. So we had a sort of bit of a quick conflab, and we come up with a much better place to rendezvous. So probably be in July. We'll wait for the restrictions to get over. So towards mid and end of July would be good. Don't get a dog, says Josephine. I'm not going to get a dog. I could get a ferret. Yes, that would be much better. No, I'm not going to get any pet, to be fair. For me, it would be too much liability. I mean, I do love animals, but I don't have a lifestyle that would suit them. It does seem like it would be. I know, people think, oh, but you're out and about and you're walking, all of that. But I'm not really. I don't do any of those things that it looks like I'm on the screen. I go out and I make a video. I don't actually go out and go for a walk and, oh, by the way, video myself. I actually go out to make a film which is about walking. And there is a subtle difference because I go with a tripod and a camera and kit, and it isn't that I'm going on a 10-mile walk and I'll take the dog and I just happen to film bits of it. It's actually the other way around, which is what sort of makes me a bit different from many other people, I think. Stumpy Candletop says, get badgers like me. Oh, have you got badgers? That would be interesting. Mark Burgess says, a fox found me in the garden last night and quickly made an exit. Oh, what were you doing in the garden, Mark Burgess? That's what we want to know. Josephine says, you might sit on it. Well, that's true. If I had a ferret, I would definitely sit on it. Get a pet rock. They have them in Japan. I think we have rocks in this country, in actual fact. I could have I could breed a rock and start off with a pebble and let it grow until a full-size rock, maybe even bigger than that, perhaps a mountain, who knows. Don't filmmakers have a grip? Isn't that a kind of pet? A grip is a term for brackets and things that you hold things with. So you'd have, Chief Grip is there who's sorting out maybe your light stands, your microphone stands, and perhaps your camera dollies, anything that grips something. That's what a grip is. And Audrey Forbes Hamilton says, I've got a dead woodpecker. It flew into my window. Well, it can't have been dead when it flew into your window. Maybe it as a result of, presumably. What was it doing? Knocking and trying to get on. Good job it didn't smash the glass. That would have been a bit grim. I have pet rocks all over the country, says Colonel Cragratty. Yes, you make friends with them all, don't you, Colonel? If anyone is going to have a pet rock, it's Colonel Cragratty. Quite right. Absolutely. Elaine says you've always got Eric, and absolutely. Michael White says get a grip of yourself. Yes, that's what one needs, a stiff upper lip. And Mark Burgess says, I was tidying my bush, as you do. That's why I was in the garden, tidying his bush. Let's have less of that. Stumpy Candletop says, I sent you a film. Oh, yes, you did. You sent it on Facebook, I think, if I remember rightly. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look if I can find your film. Then we'll also show... in fact, what I'll do is let's have a look at Bernie's film, and I'll see if I can find your badges at the same time. So let's go back into the... Oh, we are in the video box, funnily enough, according to my thing. Thank you for reminding me, because the best thing to do is to send your videos via WeTransfer by email to me at richard@vobes.com, because that way I gather them in the same place. When people send them on all sorts of different platforms, sometimes it's very difficult to remember them. But thank you very much. Yes, they were great badges, and I will look to see if we can find them in a moment. So let's catch up with Bernie, who is, as he says in his thing, he is in Bodiam, or Bodgham, in the fog.
You never know what you're going to find walking along the road early on a Sunday morning. Mr. and Mrs. Mallard out for a Sunday stroll. There we go. Now, Bodgham, or Bodiam if you insist on calling it by its modern name. In Roman times, as I say, this was quite a wide valley. You can't see the other side of it this morning, with the flood banks on the other side of the river. But there you go. The Romans had a port on the other side of the river from where I am now, and they crossed the river, I guess, somewhere near where the bridge is now. There must have been a causeway, I'm guessing, and it was part of a Roman road that came down from what is now the Medway Towns towards Westfield. Now there's a view of the river bridge that you don't often get. And that's a sound that we haven't really heard in a long time. Aircraft. Yeah, as I say, the Romans went, and I suppose it sort of fell into decay. There are records prior to around about 12th century of land here belonging to, I think it was John de Borden, which probably is where the name comes from. Now, there's an interesting thing. You talk about the French invading. That almost looks like it's fortification against a German invasion. It looks like a pillbox, doesn't it? Do you know, there are pillboxes in some very, very strange locations. But the mist is just so... Right. I can show you this bit. There. As you look in the mist, I'm going to get a bit closer. Oh. Can you see it up there? I'm sorry I can't get any closer. This gate is locked and bolted. There. The mist is beginning to clear a bit now. I just had to show you the sun's up there somewhere, look, see? Beginning to peek through, but still not enough to see anything very clearly. And for that I can only apologise.
Oh, there we go. Bernie, loved that one. You've excelled yourself. Loved that mist and seeing Bodgham Castle looming over there. I'm sure that no one would have noticed if you'd clambered over that little gate. I mean, is that all that stops people from getting in? That's amazing. I thought there might be, a big curtain wall or something, or a wire mesh fence. But if that's all it is, you could hop over that, couldn't you? Nip in there, grab the footage in the mist. Who would know? Who would know? Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much, Bernie. Look forward to seeing more. It's an area I don't know very well, so it's fascinating to see all of that, because I do want to get over there and explore more of East Sussex, and I should be doing more of East Sussex in this summer. So there we are. Super spooky and lovely, says Alan Sandell. And Josephine Suter says, talking of stiff upper lip, she's referring to, have I not got enough razor? Yes, I'm a bit unshaven today. I do apologise, sir. This is probably the worst you've seen me. I don't know why I didn't get round to I was up early, you see, and I was out doing a Sussex border walk. So we've got a Sussex border walk for you tomorrow. And I didn't get round to... it's been a long day. Long... I'm looking a bit old and haggard, I know. Sorry about that. Anyway, never mind all that nonsense. I have managed to find some ferrets. Now, let's see if I can work out how to do this. Where did they go? I'm trying to share this. You've sent it to the page. I'm just trying to... Every time I press the button to make it full size... I can hear them. It just dies. I don't know why that is. Didn't you send two of them? Let's have a look at the other one. Full screen, let's see. I get weird flashes. It flashes up and disappears. I wonder if I can do that. Will that give it any bigger? Oh, here we go. Here is a way of doing it. I think I've got a way of doing it. So let's now. The next question is. Hang on a minute. Come out of here. This is a technical thing. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this and see it. These are the badgers. So this isn't the best way of doing it, but... Don't they look amazing? It's lovely to see them in close-up, well, relatively close, because you don't normally get that chance, do you, to sort of study a badger? Unusual to see them in broad daylight. Yeah, absolutely. It's bodger and badger. There's 3 of them there. Having a good old nibble. Thank you so much, Stumpy, for sending that in. If in future you want to send some stuff in, if you could film them... Oh, they've seen the cat there and one's run off. If you could film them in widescreen, you know, if you turn the phone round so it's not vertical but the other way, horizontal, that would be fantastic. I don't know whether that's just going round in circles now, but anyway, there you go. Brilliant. Yeah, so if instead of filming it this way, if you can film it that way, and then send it via a service called wetransfer.com to richard@vobes.com. The stuff is in the description. That would be really helpful because it just helps in the way that I put the show together, because as you saw, it is possible, but it's a workaround. Anyway, there we go. That's it. I will go and have a shave now, ladies and gentlemen, because I feel slightly embarrassed that I have been spotted. So there we go. That's it. Time to disappear. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, Emily Champion has come up with Friday's little mission to think about this. Give this some thought. She's come up with the idea of show us your bloomers. Now, it's not quite what you think. She says here, Friday's show should be show us your bloomers, a picture of something in your home that has caused an injury or mishap to happen, and we, as the audience, have to guess how it hurt you. So, if you've had something in your house, if you tripped over something and you broke a leg, show us the item that you tripped over, whatever it is, and then we've got to work out what happened. That would be great. Show us your bloomers being your mistakes. So there we go. But something to think about. We'll remind you, you might be able to do it live on the day. Show us your bloomers. Send it to richard@vobes.com by email, richard@vobes.com. There we go. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful. Thank you to all our contributors, to Alan Sandell, who was out there in the woods, to Turbo with his travel trivia, to Andrew Norris swimming with Zorro, to Bernie at Bodgham in the fog, and to Sean with the summer solstice. Thank you to wonderful Bonnie with her flowers and animals. They were fantastic. Thanks to Emily for the wonderful and hilarious phone call. To Judith out there and the lovely Julia, who have been moderating and making sure everything's running smoothly. Thank you also to anybody who has donated in recently, which has helped us buy these rather lovely microphones. They are spectacular, and I can't wait for the lovely Julia to be able to perch in front of one of the purple microphone, obviously, and give it a go. So there we go. Thank you very much for all of you who sent in your knockers. It was lovely to see them. And those of you who sent in pictures of your bell ends. That was good too. Especially the double chimes from Turbo's house, which was hilarious, if not hilarious. Anyway, thank you very much. And for all of you for watching, and especially to those of you who've given us some likes during the show. It's been rather lovely. If you want to drop a like in before we go, that'd be very good. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody, and we will see you. Well, I will see you, and Julia either remotely or you never know. She might be able to pop in. Who knows? So that's good. And Turbo says, well done, all the filmmakers and picture quizzers. Exactly. But that's it from me. Take care, look after yourselves. I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye for now. Bye!